The orthopedic element has always been a classic characterization in BL episodes in many movies and TV shows. The pure emotion between them is also something that has been enjoyed by everyone so far. When affection and love clash, when worldliness and human decency are before us, what should the hero of the story decide? How will they break through the layers of shackles and finally get married? All of this has touched the hearts of all of you in the audience. The history series of movies and TV shows also have added elements of orthopedics. However, most of the episodes that make it to theaters are pseudo-orthopedic and appear as subplots, and today's episode is a main orthopedic thread running from start to finish. Now, let's take a look together. This drama is the story of Ivan, the arrogant older brother, and Tae, the idolized younger brother. The two male leads of this drama are both very handsome, especially brother Ivan is clean and sunny. Their first encounter was hilarious. The younger brother is a household name and a new generation idol. In his sleep, he was being chased by fans. However, the dream shines into reality, and in reality, the brother is being chased by fans in an underground garage. He meets his unknown brother. As the uninformed masses, it is natural to run along with them out of instinct. What if those are walkers back there? My brother also simply asked questions like why he was being chased by people. Because of good looks. Of course, at this point Ivan realizes that the person across from him is actually Jay, the big star. But unbeknownst to him, the younger brother had already gotten his bad ideas into his brother's head. He escaped by dressing the two men directly. Back at home, Ivan looks at the house full of luggage. He only found out from a phone call with his mother that she had gone on her honeymoon with his stepfather. Also, they dropped off his younger brother, who was from a reorganized family, to come here and go to school. Mom asked Ivan to help take care of it. After the call, his brother, who was full of joy, opened the door. As a result, he realizes that the visitor is actually bad brother Jay. As Ivan was filled with doubt, Jay took the key himself and opened the door. He greeted his brother calmly. First things first, no matter what, he still recognized his brother first. At first, my brother was really very arrogant. He was bossing his brother around, not realizing that he was also the one who was saddened by his brother's hurt behind him. That was the first encounter between the older and younger brother. Early in the morning, the older brother got up to make a living convention with his younger brother. My brother stated that it's fine if you want to stay with me, but we have to make a living covenant. Firstly, this is your dress. You can't throw it around like this. After all, he had helped Jay put them all neatly inside the cabinet yesterday. However, the younger brother just called out for a brother and he compromised. Ivan is certainly no match for his brother, but you're showing a bit too much of your brother's breasts. Good friend Bonnie said what a lot of people were thinking when she learned that Ivan's brother was Jay. I guess that's the dreamiest BL combo ever. She had begun to suppress her fantasies. Just the thought of the image made her mouth water off the screen. Feeding each other and stuff is the basics, right? And Bonnie, who saw her brother in person, started to swoon again. The next second, however, she was pushed out of the room mercilessly by her brother. In the evening, Jay grabs a loving dinner from his brother. My brother had a haughty look on his face and his mouth said no, but his body was solid. My brother spoke to his agent and found out that the announcement didn't follow. The older brother consoled the younger one. The case is gone. I'll go to class. After all, he was on the verge of being dropped from school. After feeling Ivan's relationship, his brother couldn't help but say that it was nice to have a brother to love. Then, in passing, he commandeered the hammock, and so it was that the younger brother smoothly took over the older brother's bed. Only, they're not really happening. They're just fantasies in Bonnie's head. Not enough. It's still a mouthful to watch in person. And in reality, my brother actually took a stack of pots and pans and set up the 38th parallel on the bed. What's the point? The next morning, my brother was still not lying on my brother's chest with a big grin on his face. Afterward, the pair shuffled off to school. But what's with the most adorable height difference? In school, naturally, the younger brother was popular with the girls in all sorts of ways. And at that moment, Bonnie had only two people in her eyes. As the two crossed the street, my brother was almost hit by a bicycle. The younger brother quickly saves the day heroically. Bonnie, on the other hand, took the opportunity to count out to CP. That full smile is almost exactly like the one I had in front of the screen. Back at home, the duo looked at the fish their brother had raised and counted the names of each little fish. During the day, the older brother tutored his younger brother in his homework. This is a very sweet picture to say the least. Even outfits of the two follow the red and blue color scheme that has been used since ancient times to match. It's almost like an old married couple's routine, isn't it? The older brother helps his younger brother set up the scene to the script. The stiff, wooden performance was also laughable. Instead, the younger brother started molesting the older brother under the guise of sparring. Looking at his brother's face as he got closer and closer, the older brother was shocked into closing his eyes. It turned out to be just a prank on him. At night, The two talk in the park. They talk about the future, their dreams, and settling down. This may seem like a very abrupt piece of footage. In fact, it reflects the two men's aspirations for their respective future lives. My brother believes that the only way they can get into a good school is to study hard. There are good schools and you can get good jobs after graduation. Wouldn't it be nice to have a steady income and a stable life this way? But his brother was not impressed, because like now, he was filming and still singing. These passes are his dream. The point is, he's happy every day. As for his brother's talk of a stable life, he figured he wasn't going to lose. Back at home, the two lay in bed and continued to talk. Maybe the mediocrity of life is real. If you love a guy, you should ask him if he has a girlfriend first, right? My brother had unconsciously asked about this point. Curious, he asked if Bonnie was his brother's girlfriend. There's no one else for this little mind. The two of them chatted, and my brother fell asleep. The next morning, my brother watched with eyes full of excitement as my brother did his homework. It was full of tenderness overflowing. He helped his brother by serving tea and keeping him company carefully. His brother was also full of happy memories. While he was with his best friend in afternoon tea, he's complaining to Bonnie about all the sweet routines of life. For example, when my brother went to the bathroom in the middle of the night, he actually left the door open and the light on. It often scared him half to death. And, after his bath, he actually left his clothes on and his bath towel lying around. It was really hard for him to understand why his brother was doing this. However, these are simply required police sections in BL novels in Bonnie's opinion. At school, my brother was actually chased by boys because he wouldn't take pictures with fans. What the hell is going on here? As the younger brother of a star, he is very popular at school because of his handsome appearance. And because of that, the brother runs into 3 perverted fans at school. This behavior of forcing people to take photos is something only a pervert can do. The storyline at this point is a bit of a stretch to spin out, but it's done with the purpose of leading up to the sweet drama that follows, so we'll put up with it. Although there are arguments, the brotherly bond grows in the duo's sweet routine. Early that morning, my brother received a call from his best friend. A friend is coming to bring breakfast to the duo. After what happened last time, the two brothers brushed their teeth together. My brother is a little embarrassed, and as Bonnie, who has been trying to set the two up, how could she be so innocent as to come and deliver breakfast? She must be coming to get high on CP first thing in the morning, yeah. Watching the duo eat breakfast, she could conjure up such loving images as well. Looking across the room at a giggling Bonnie, the two brothers were also embarrassed. After learning that his brother and Bonnie are going out for a shopping trip, his brother desperately wants to go alone. Bonnie is naturally full of joy, but her brother is against it. He says it's not safe to go out with a big star. It's obvious he's just weak-minded and making up excuses. So the younger brother put on his brother's clothes to avoid being seen. You don't say. My brother looks more sunny and handsome in this outfit. The older brother unconsciously wiped his brother's mouth. It's too much of a heart-stopper for such intimate behavior. It was also a glimpse of this, and the brother was born with a different kind of love. And the brother is oblivious. My brother looked at the pictures taken in his friend's camera and realized that he didn't have himself. So he asked his best friend to take one for him too. The younger brother joked that he didn't want to be photographed with his brother. The arrogant brother will not shoot. Seeing this, his brother quickly apologized and the main Sam requested a photo. My brother then reluctantly took a picture. Early the next morning, the two brothers had to go to school. While on his way out the door, the younger brother hugged his older brother from behind. Hey, brother, what are you doing? My brother is too good at it. As a result, the elevator light suddenly went out when the duo was riding down the stairs. This scared the younger brother into hugging his brother tightly. That's what you get for messing around just now. At night, my brother Saturday in the car, seeing that his brother's filming was not yet over, he texted his brother to help cheer him up. Back at home, the older brother thinks about his daily routine with his younger brother and picks up his guitar and sings the show's theme song. The younger brother came home to find that his brother was still waiting for him for dinner. He was very happy. After school, Ivan waits for Bonnie to get out of school with him. At this point, Bo's dream finally stopped being a fantasy. She gives one of the biggest helps of the show. Ivan thought Bonnie liked Jay and was very sad, but he couldn't refuse his best friend's request, so he had to take on the task with a stiff upper lip. Though in his heart of hearts he would not, Jay took it apart and read it. The younger brother was full of joy and asked his brother if he was kidding. Ivan actually said that people were sincere, so the younger brother, who had long been in love with his brother, made a direct showdown and went along with the direct confession. This wave of maneuvering looked at his brother with a confused look on his face. I think my brother's head is spinning from the kiss. The older brother, still out of the situation, pushed his brother away as soon as he could. It was only then that my brother realized that the letter of confession signed by his best friend to his brother was actually signed by himself. This is awkward. It's natural to have misunderstandings after sweetness. The older brother sends his younger brother to the set, but the atmosphere between the two isn't as cordial as it used to be. Straightforward brother bumps into ambiguous older brother. Such a plot is really cut and dry. The uninhibited brother follows his heart, and the middle-of-the-road brother couldn't take it inside. My brother was alone at the court throwing a basketball wildly. The emotions in his heart for his brother and the shackles of the world were constantly colliding, and it left him breathless. The younger brother, on the other hand, was alone at home, saddened by the thought of his brother's rejection. Early in the morning, the duo walked separately even to school. Bonnie stops Ivan at school to ask about the outcome of the confession. Ivan doesn't want to talk to her. Then Bonnie turned to her brother and asked him if they had something going on yesterday. The brother lied and claimed nothing happened to avoid embarrassment, and Bonnie has an I get it look on her face. During class, the older brother purposely avoided his younger brother. The two met at the stairs, and the brother didn't want to linger, even for dinner. My brother had to avoid it. However, being under the same roof, lo and behold, awkward coexistence will always occur. When lecturing, the older brother directly asked his younger brother to skip the questions he didn't know, so that he wouldn't waste time. A waste of time on the part of the brother pushed the conflict over the top. The younger brother mistakenly believes that his brother thinks that time spent with him is a waste of time. Brother tried to explain, but in the face of his brother's confessions and questions, the older brother could never say the answer. The brother's constant evasions and ambiguities have completely chilled the younger brother. In the middle of the night, the older brother wakes up to find that his younger brother has left. The next day, Bonnie arrives on set and asks her brother to forgive himself. She hoped her brother wouldn't blame her brother, and she explains that the last love letter was actually written by herself. Final exams are starting. The older brother was filled with worry when he saw that his brother had not yet come. However, the moment he saw his brother appear, he finally managed to let go. After the exam, the older brother tried to catch up with his younger brother to say something, but he still chickened out when he saw his brother's back. Bonnie looks at Ivan, who is drenched in the rain, and comes over to apologize to Ivan. Ivan accepts Bonnie's apology and the two get back together. At night, my brother stood alone on the basketball court in the rain. He thought back to the moments in his life with his brother, alone with his inner pain and struggle. He called his brother and he didn't answer. The test results are out, and the older brother is still concerned about his younger brother's test scores. After a period of struggle, the older brother also finally accepts his feelings for his younger brother. So, the two met. After a brief period of innuendo, my brother finally works up the courage to make his confession. He finally said the words to his brother, "I miss you." So far, the whole show has come to an happy ending. I'm going to say goodbye to you all. So, thank you for your support very much for watching. We'll see you in the next installment.